Bam, bam. All right, everybody, welcome back to Two Guys, One Moop with your two favorite fuckos. I am Brando Comics, and joined with me today is the guy who I think about the most when I'm in the shower.
I am El Fuzzo. Woo! And I have never been more honored to be thought of somebody while they were in the shower.
It's because you're just a dirty, dirty boy, and I got to wash your
I,
sins off my body.
uh,
I don't know, man.
that was
Up
cool. That
with
was
you today.
nice. Yeah, dude. I don't think anybody can.
I don't know.
I don't.
We have a few things on the agenda today. What do you think, Fuzz?
Yeah. Well, I think we are gonna. Our topic for the day is going to be discussing comic book movies in general and what's coming, where they've been, and what the future holds.
Okay, and that was a suggestion actually from somebody.
Yes,
I'm going
and
to read.
I think you know who it's from.
I do. It's from this fine specimen named Battlefocus on YouTube. He commented on, I believe, on episode 7. And
Nice.
I am quoting, next topic, upcoming DC and Marvel movies and what ifs for their cinematic universes from the angry Lil Puerto Rican El Viejo. Well, my angry little Puerto Rican El Viejo, this one's for you.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, Battle Focus, for giving us the
That's
topic this week.
a very good topic indeed. But before we get into that,
Oh,
we got another mail call from a listener.
oh,
We
ooh!
did,
It's
yes,
a
we did.
tiny mail call.
It's fitting for my size.
Well, I wasn't gonna say anything.
I know. Stop talking to my wife. This package comes all the way from, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you because she is the mysterious, the one and only on Instagram at Cobra Commander Gal. So thank
Nice.
you. I have no idea what this is. I'm slightly mortified as to what this may be because she's got an interesting sense of humor and she breaks my balls all the time. So we'll see.
Oh, I like that. I like the emphasis with the blade.
It's all in the wrist.
You were like, "Papa, fucking gonna cut you, bitch."
Anything new on your end while I open? Oh, wait, it's open. Anything new on your
No, not really, man. I mean, still going to work, still doing my thing, and just kind of slowly putting things around the house together. Redoing my comic room. Finally got most of that all put together and done.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. I'm glad you fixed the wallpaper issue. It looks like it's a sticker.
Ooh.
Oh. I believe that this is a customized sticker of her because if you see her Instagram, you will see that she is very much into Cobra Commander and she does a lot of the Cobra Commander dressing up.
Oh, wow.
So
It's like a
that's
S&M Cobra Commander sticker.
yes, very nice. Thank you very, very
Nicely
much.
done.
On the back, it says enjoy, which is probably the nicest thing she'll ever say to me. So, Cobra Commander Gal, thank you. That's going to go up on, you can't see it, but right behind me, I have a pipe that just jets itself right in the middle of my room, and I got all the club stickers and all the stickers that people send me. So, gracias, senora.
I'm actually starting to do that with my comic cabinet. I'm putting stickers all on the side of it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to just not know what to do with them, and then I said, at 32 years old, do you remember when you were a teenager full of angst? Well, now you're 32 and full of angst, so I'm going to put stickers all over my room like I used to.
Dude, I used to be the worst guy with stickers, man. I put them everywhere. But I think that comes from being like growing up a skateboard kid. Because like
True.
every time I ever got a new sticker, it got slapped on the bottom of my board. And like when I got a car and shit, I just did the same thing with my cars. I would just slap stickers all over the back windows and shit like that.
Oh, man.
And then I got married, and I got married to an adult woman that is is very nice to tell me, "Hey, you're a fucking adult too, so let's tone this shit down."
That's my wife. My wife, exactly, man. My last car I had was a Subaru Impreza hatchback, not the fancy kind, not too fast, not too furious, the kind that represents soccer moms all around the world. And I put on so many fucking stickers on that thing, so many, and it was just way too much. And then I got the new car, and I wanted to put stickers on it, and my wife was like, nah.
You're an adult. We're not doing that.
Like, oh, but come on, I want to put my fucking cat stickers on again. Because I don't know if anybody knows this, I'm obsessed with cats, and there's cat stickers everywhere, always. Cats, cats, cats.
Grumpy cats, happy
Yeah,
cats.
yeah, see, even
Bam on the vest.
on the vest, the club tetas vest. They really accentuate my tetas. I fly tetas. All right.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Actually, you used to have fly tetas before you became a quitting fuck and you lost weight.
I needed to.
Fuck your health, man. How you know I can't cuddle you the same. You're not as comfortable.
It's actually funny you say that because when me and the wife used to, like get into arguments or something, like not real arguments, just, fucking around with each other and stuff. Like she would always like fucking poke me in the fucking boob. And she did that shit the other day, man. It just hit bone, just hit my chest bone. And I was like, I literally almost hit the floor. And she just looked at me and she was like, "You don't have boobies anymore."
I know. See, so you pained both of us.
I did. I'm sorry.
You used to be built for comfort. Now you're built. Well, there's three types. It's like cars. You're either built for comfort, built for speed, or built for utility.
I'm built for utility at this
You're
point.
built for utility at this point.
Because
So.
I'm definitely still not built for speed. But
Well,
that could be the smoking too. So.
And as far as me, I'm that dilapidated car that you see on the side of the road sometimes that burnt out and people just gave up and walked away from it. That's me.
See, I don't know. I look at you more like a really, really nice car that I just can't afford.
Afford? You don't need to fucking afford me. You get me for free.
No, I mean I do, but not everybody else does.
Nobody wants it. Okay, you're right. So I'm that super expensive car that no one can afford because nobody wants to afford. How about that?
We'll meet in the middle on that one, I guess.
Or like some crazy dude would buy me, or not. Well, maybe yeah, like Elon Musk. I'd be like Elon Musk's fuck toy because I'm battery operated right here.
Right in the ticker.
All right, already we went off topic. Look at that.
Shocker there.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm digging the Hawaiian shirt. You got the flowers going.
I do. I'm keeping the Hawaiian going. This is my final week for it, so I figured I'd go out strong.
Oh, I like it. And I got the flower hat to match your flower shirt.
Exactly. Just made for each other, man.
And we got to get you one of these hats.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, fucking sweet hat. Come on, Papa. Where's my shit? I want a sweet flower hat.
Supreme Papo. So, Supreme Papo, you have somebody else that's applying to be your sugar baby.
Fuck yeah. If I get that sweet ass hat. If I get that sweet ass hat, I'll play the flute.
Wasn't that more of like a recorder?
The recorder flute. I don't, dude. Oh wait, yeah, the flute's sideways. So
no, the flute's when you're doubling it. Like a lot of people I work with do. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
How are we ever going to go through this?
Shout out to the Das Pinga boys. All I'm saying. Don't ask.
All right. I'm not asking. Hopefully they watch, though.
They're the only two that watch.
That's probably true.
Fuck.
All right. So, do you want to start with Marvel cinema or DC cinema? Do you want to start at the beginning, or do you want to start with where we think we're going?
I'm going to flip-flop. That's what I'm going to do. Because the way I prefaced this in my head was a little bit of a flippy-floppy.
All right.
Again, thank you, Viejo, for the suggestion.
Lil Viejo.
Lil Viejo, Mr. Awesome Man.
It's his rap name, Lil.
Apparently he's angry, but so are we. It's okay.
You have no idea. The rage.
Angry boners. That's all I can think of right now. I don't know why.
What?
You ever just see, like, when you're younger and you get those boners that just won't go away? Like, you'd be looking at a tree and it's just like, pew! And it just won't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I called those angry boners because back then, when I was a teenager, younger teenager, like it's like it's like finding your third thumb. You just never want to put it down, and you always spend the rest of your life trying to see how you can put it in your own mouth. So, so essentially, what do you do when you hit the as a boy? You beat that thing like it owes you money. So then it turns a certain hue of red, so it looks angry. So hence angry boner.
There's so much story in that I didn't think would be there. There's like a mini novel that you pass out in the parking lot after church.
And then get arrested by the cops because of the content.
Absolutely. Oh, let's try to get finally get to the topic. I'll let you start.
You sure? All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So on to the comic book movies. First and foremost, I'm going to say obviously comic book movies have been out for a very, very long time, and a lot of people don't realize it.
Right.
Like a lot of people didn't fucking ever correlate such movies like Blade to comic books, except the true fans. Now those were very successful, and a lot of people loved them, and they were really cool, and we all had a good time with them. But it never really like struck. And I'm talking about, you can even go way, way, way back. I'm talking about like Marlon Brando and Christopher Reeve's Superman. Like they'd come out every now and then. They'd be popular. They'd be cool. But it wasn't just like the constant hammering. Right. So I think, and of course, that's honorable mentions, all the Batman movies. Regardless of if they were true to content or not, they were entertaining. And people enjoyed them, but it still wasn't constant. Like, look at and Spawn, the Batman movies, the Blade movies. There was a lot of shit in between that you had. Yeah. But nowadays, you're getting not nowadays, but when shit goes back to normal, you see, like, there's like 2-3 comic book style titles in the theaters at a time, or within a very short period together.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's driven by, but I think honestly, dude, I really think that's been driven by the success of Marvel.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, because before, the first one is Iron Man, right? That's the first in their cinematic.
As far as like Marvel?
Yeah, as far as Marvel. Iron Man 1 was what kicked everything off. Yeah, it seems like since. Yeah. See, I don't hate Robert Downey.
I don't either, especially when he does that. I love that.
I don't hate Robert Downey, but I just don't like the character of Iron Man, period. So you could put my favorite actor in that role, and I still wouldn't like it because I don't care about Iron Man.
So Tommy Wiseau is Iron Man. You're not going to do it?
Tommy Wiseau is Iron Man. I'm watching for sure.
It's going to be a fucking train wreck.
You're tearing me apart, Pepper. Yes. I'm watching it. Oh my god.
Well, yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I fucking want that more than anything. I want Tommy Wiseau playing every member of the Avengers now.
Oh my god.
Look at you.
I'm Thor. Yeah, Black Widow. But all of them, how about this? How about a movie about him playing the Avengers, but he's played by Franco?
I never saw The Disaster Artist.
Really?
I have not seen it, but I heard great things. I heard it was very good. I heard Franco killed it.
Yeah, well, Franco's one of those interesting guys. But speaking about Franco, that reminds me about something that has to do with our topic, actually, not off topic.
Yeah.
I saw the huge push for these movies, and I'm sure you did too, in 2002 because of Spider-Man.
Yes, absolutely.
Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken, it was like fucking record breaking at the time for that type of movie. It made like 830 million dollars worldwide.
Absolutely.
Like, and yeah, it got pushed back. I remember they had to actually really tweak all of their posters and their trailers that they were pushing out because of the posters, because I remember Spider-Man was on it with the Twin Towers, and I think Spider-Man came out in 2002, but like they were pushing all the trailers and the teasers right around 9/11.
Yes.
And they had that deleted scene where he like stops the helicopter that's gonna do something with the Twin Towers and the web in between them, and so that pushed it back, and then they didn't think that they were gonna recover because they had to like tweak all that, but lo and behold, so that's like I think the birth of the modern day comic book movie. Spider-Man.
Yeah, I could actually agree with that because that's kind of when it picked up. Because like I know quite a few people that were like super affected by the Keaton Batman or the Donner Superman movies and everything. Like that's their Batman and their Superman. Like Reeves and Keaton. But like I feel like you said earlier, like they were hit and miss. It was like, okay, Donner put out, 2 or 3, and then the studio took off with the other fucking 4 or 5 Superman movies. And then obviously with Batman, that hit in '89. Burton did the first 2, Schumacher did the next 2 or whatever. And it just kind of fell flat for a couple of years.
Especially,
and you had Blade in between the Batman and the Spider-Man stuff. Like Blade kind of dropped in between there, and I think there might have been
excuse me. Well, there's shit that people didn't
in between there.
Well, yeah, like a lot of people, the success that it's not based off of just like historical shit, but like Frank Miller's 300, Sin City, those took off, and those were, those are based off of graphic novels by Frank Miller. And
but weren't both of those after Spider-Man?
Probably, but
I think they were.
That's what. So basically, what I'm getting at is with that was like, so Spider-Man dropped, and was it Columbia Pictures? I don't know. I think it was
Sony.
Sony and Columbia. I don't know.
That might have.
I don't know. I'm gonna just keep saying everything. Universal.
WB.
And all of a sudden, with the success of this, you see all these properties being bought up, like everything, like Sony and Fox and all these places, like they bought up shit that they're just never going to make a movie out of. Like I'm quite positive that before the big hostile takeover from Disney, somebody owned the rights to D-Man.
I finally saw a picture of D-Man today.
What did you say? What do you say he looks like?
I said it straight up looks like Wolverine fucked Daredevil, and they made D-Man baby.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I can see why that sidekick never took off.
Yeah, and it's funny because he idolized Daredevil, so it's kind of like some daddy issues there.
Maybe, but I mean, you're gonna have that. But then again, like you were just saying, because Hellboy dropped in 2004. I want to say Wanted dropped around the same time, and there was a lot of people when Wanted first dropped that didn't realize that was a comic book movie. They did a Losers movie.
Yep.
That I don't know if anybody knows or remembers. And then they did a what was the other one that was like really, really Red? They did Red, and that's based on a Millar book, Mark Millar. Mm-hmm. And then I think Kick-Ass came around the same time.
Oh, that's right, Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass was successful too.
Oh, Kick-Ass was super
That
successful.
was a good one.
Successful enough to get a sequel that flopped on its ass, but
Sure
I
did.
mean,
And then
still
it
got a
propped up
sequel.
the new comic book Kick-Ass, which is they swapped the role to a female character. And I read the first few. I didn't keep up with it. I don't remember why. I don't think it's because I disliked it. I just don't think I liked it enough to keep it on my pull because I streamlined my pull. So
I feel-
homeowner issues.
Well, it didn't. Okay, so Hit Girl was its own series. Hit
Yes.
Girl did not become Kick-Ass.
No, if I'm not no, no.
Okay, guys, I never read Kick-Ass. I don't know.
They
I'm a
tried to
weird
do a
guy.
spin-off.
I've never really been huge into a lot of Millar stuff. I don't know. So that's just me. Don't fucking hate me. I don't care.
And if you hate him, I'll kill you. There it is. The famous Das Pinga battle cry. All right.
Nice.
Oh, who can forget? See, so this is what I'm talking about. It was just like they've been pumping these fucking movies out left and right, nonstop, since 2002 specifically. I'm going to say because of Spider-Man. You have,
Right.
you have X-Men 1 through X-Men 30. It's
Yeah.
basically that's the Marvel book version of fucking Fast and the Furious. They just keep pumping them out. And then you had Logan and
Yes. But
like
Logan changed the game for all those because X-Men, I want to say X-Men 1 received rather well. X2 was received pretty well. Last Stand was just pooped on. I don't think anybody liked that. And then they decided to do that reboot shit, and they did. What is it called? It's not Apocalypse because that was the second one.
oh, I don't know. The only I dude that series to me is so underwhelming of watching that multiple times when I'm like scrolling through Netflix or whatever and I see an X-Men movie and I'm like, did we watch this? And my wife's like, yes. Like I don't remember any of this. I
I
remember
don't
like
either, so
Hugh Jackman and that's about it. And then Logan, since we see Logan, I remembered. I thought Logan was a great film.
Logan was very good. Took me a
And
long time to watch it, but I finally
yeah.
did.
And I remember like my wife was watching it and she's like it was really good, but she didn't get it because it's like the alternate universe, alternate world, and
Okay.
it's a lot more, I guess, brooding. I'm gonna have to tap onto Deadpool for this. The way Deadpool is filmed with the swearing and the fucking killing and the gore,
Right.
like that to me is what all of those movies need to be.
What, all the X-Men?
All the X-Men, all like everything. And that's why
Okay.
I'm so glad with like on TV that they decided to make the Punisher fucking be a badass.
Yeah, on the Netflix
Because
series.
yeah, because
Okay.
until I think season 3, in my opinion, of Daredevil, they made Daredevil just way too reserved. Yeah, Daredevil doesn't kill, but Daredevil fucking beats the shit out of people.
I don't
And
know, man. I mean, he was whopping the shit out of people in season 1.
but I felt it was just that more dark, that very dark side of Daredevil, which they based the third season off of Born Again, which, as we've discussed, is a fucking phenomenal story. And of
True.
course, of like, dude, you give something to Frank Miller, he's gonna just gory the shit out of it and
Yeah.
make it dark and make it crazy, and then later in life turn it into being like very stereotypical racism. Fuck you, and dickhead. Yeah. I'm citing fucking the rise of Darius and the fall of House Alexander, whatever the fuck it was, with that really bad.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
just retire, man. But I don't know. What do you think the future is for this? Because like they're just pumping so much shit out, but I
You
feel
know,
like DC has halted a little bit because of their failures on making money.
see, and here's my thing with that. Like, because I mean, I'm gonna catch flack for this, but it is what it is. I absolutely loved Man of Steel. I thought it was a great movie. I think Cavill is an awesome Superman.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm. Oh, sorry, I gotta do my wife. Okay.
but he's awesome Superman. And then I think Zack Snyder had a vision, but as we all know, Zack Snyder is a little eccentric in his visions, and he likes to take a bunch of stories and just fuck them together. So he came in way too soon with the Dark Knight Returns style Batman, um, because he brought that Batman in before they even really established the new Batman. Because we got the Nolan trilogy, and say what you will about that, love it, hate it. I mean, you got it, and it was what
Love
it
it.
was. Up until the third, yes.
Love them all.
But for another day, because I'm not going to dive into all the shit that was wrong with Rises for me. But I think he jumped way too heavy, way too fast into the Dark Knight Returns shit. And I think that excited people at first, but then it kind of fell flat. But there were pieces of that movie that were fantastic. And, you know, in today's day and age, man, casting becomes so much more than what it used to be. Like, as soon as somebody finds out that X actor is cast in a role, they're instantly excited or instantly ready to boycott the fucking film.
Oh, yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg, when he got announced as Luthor, like, everybody then was like, bullshit. But like I said, Snyder had his vision, and the kid called himself Alexander in the movie, said Lex is my father. There's a lot of fucking weird shit that was going on in there that like made you think of multiverse shit if you're, you know, studied in it. But that's the other problem is DC made their movies not for the casual audience member, and Marvel absolutely did. You know, so I feel that's one thing that made DC suffer, but they let go of Snyder. They released Aquaman, which came to very good reviews. Whether you like it or not, it fucking was considered a success. Shazam was definitely a success, and Wonder Woman fucking everybody goddamn loved.
Oh, well, Wonder Woman is the best thing DC has ever decided to do on
Right.
film.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I think Wonder Woman was phenomenal, and I think that right there was the turning point for DC when they were kind of like, okay. And then Justice League, obviously, that thing just got butt fucked from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Because the studio was like letting Snyder make his movie, but so much hate came in on Snyder, and they were like, fucking stop, blah, blah, Snyder sucks. Which this is the shit that makes me laugh about the future of comic book movies. Everybody hated Snyder so fucking much that they pulled his ass from the movie, reshot the whole goddamn thing with Joss Whedon, and put it out, and everybody fucking still hated it. Flash forward to now, everybody's like, I want to see Zack Snyder's movie. No, you fucking don't. You shut the fuck up because you're the reason you didn't get to see it. Like, you're full of shit. Get the fuck out of here with that. Release the Snyder Cut. Shut the fuck up. You didn't want to see that fucking movie. You don't want to see it now.
See,
get out of here.
To touch base on something, so you said that, like, so you think that Marvel puts out movies that are for the more casual
Yes.
person, or DC puts out for the more, like, comic book savvy people?
I would honestly think so, just because, like I said, he threw Batman into a movie with zero origin story other than fucking the 5-second parents getting shot in an alley scene. And then all of a sudden, this dude already had a Robin. Technically, he already had 2 Robins because the second one's dead, and we all know who the fuck that is, you know? So they flash forwarded from Batman being Batman to Batman being angry old fucking Batman. Like, even though he already had a relationship with Superman in Dark Knight Returns, and that's what made them fight.
See,
so, okay.
I'm going to agree with you on the casual comment based on one large piece of evidence for me. So,
okay.
I have yet, and I try to see at least every single comic movie in theaters. I try.
Okay.
And if I don't see it in theaters, I'm going to still watch it at home.
Yeah.
Now, every single time, and my wife is very, very casual. She only knows small bits and pieces of shit because of me. So, never once did my wife watch a Marvel movie and go, "Who are they fighting? Who is that?
Right.
Who is that?"
Right.
DC, however, every time I see one of those movies, my wife's like, "Who's that? Who's that?" And it's not just because I'm more of a Marvel guy than DC, but like, for
Right.
example, if you take 20 people on the street and you say, "Who's Thanos?" About
Every-
17 of them are going to fucking be able to tell you who Thanos is.
I would agree with that. Yes.
Now, Wonder Woman, you take 40 people on the street and you're like, "Who's Steppenwolf?"
Right.
And they're going to be like, "A band?"
Right. Or I mean, you could even go with Ares. They're gonna be like, "Oh, well, that's mythology shit, right?"
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
that's
like,
that that's that Greek guy, the Greek
right,
god of war, right?
exactly. And I mean, you could even take it to Superman, dude. You could probably pull 20 people off the street and be like, "Who's Zod?" And they'll be like, "Who? What?"
I think at least with Zod, it's a little bit more known. But like, this is also where, um, like Marvel style movies kind of annoy the shit out of me. And I'm gonna go with Venom because
Okay.
Marvel does this quite often in not just the movies but in the books, and this really annoys me. Like the Venom movie. So you're
Okay.
gonna take Venom, and who are you gonna face him against? A Venom-like character.
Hmm.
How fucking boring. That's a safe bet,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's just boring as shit. But I
Yeah,
agree
no,
with you.
I can see that. But the one thing I will say, this is actually really funny because everybody in the world hated this movie, I think, except for me and my wife. I went, we went out opening night for the new Hellboy when it first released in theaters. Mind you, my wife has goose egg for the most part comic knowledge. Like she knows who some people are, but it's kind of like that osmosis thing where I keep mentioning the same character, I keep buying books, and she's like, "Who's this? Who's that?" She walked into Hellboy disliking the Del Toro shit, like absolutely hated it. Sat down and I was like, okay, this is going to go well because the last time we went and saw a comic book movie together on opening night, it was The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger. Mind you, we went to the midnight showing. I think because we were dating at the time, I think she was ready to break up with me by the end of this fucking movie. She was so mad because like we went into the theater at like midnight or 1. It's a rather long movie, so I think we got out of the theater at like 2:33 in the fucking morning. She was so pissed. She was like, "That shit was so dumb. What the fuck was with his voice? If you ever take me one of these fucking movies again, bye." I was just like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god." Fast forward, we went and saw the new Hellboy. We walked out of that theater, dude. She looked at me and she was like, "This movie was so good." She was like, "It was so much fun." And I'm like, huh. Because in my personal opinion, the newer Hellboy had a lot more pull from the source material than the Del Toro films. Like I said, if you know Hellboy, you know what they pulled and what they didn't and characters they brought in and shit like that. But the Del Toro films, I think, were made more for the casual fan, and that's why they were received better. Because obviously Rasputin is, big time Hellboy lore. But once you get to the second film and you have, fucking the Golden Army and shit. Like I think there was like a book that Christopher Golden wrote that might have been about the Golden Army, but it wasn't a comic. It was like an actual novel. But I don't know if that was before or after the film. But
See, the problem, we talked about this like way, way early in the beginning of our beautiful relationship. I actually did enjoy that movie, and as did my wife. But you know what I feel the problem with that movie was? They did such a poor fucking job with like putting it out there. Like I didn't know that movie existed because bear in mind for the last 8.5 years I haven't had cable. Like
Right.
I just do the Netflix and chill. Well, minus the chill, and unless I'm angry bonering it. Um, but and I had, dude, I had fucking like, okay, Wonder Woman. Yeah, I don't need cable to know that movie's coming out. Fucking Avengers. I don't need cable to know that's coming out. But like,
Right.
they did a very bad job, in my opinion, of just like letting people know this movie was coming out. Like, it
Like,
came out, dude, so much so, I swear, I saw that movie as we rented it. I'm like, oh, is what the fuck, Hellboy? Oh, is that the old Hellboy? Why is, oh my God, why does it cost so much money to rent? I'm like,
mhm.
is that a new? Was that a new movie? Does that say what was it 2018 on it? 2019? I'm like, what the fuck? So that's where I think they failed. Not that it was a bad movie, it just flopped because people always correlate movies' successes by how much money they make. And this is where I'm going to take a giant shit on Marvel because look at fucking Endgame. How much money did that movie make?
Oh, absolutely. Fucking ton.
And I thought that movie was fucking garbage. Garbage. Yes, me talking about Marvel movie saying it's hot garbage.
There. I remember distinctly because like I couldn't get to see it. I couldn't get to see it. I couldn't get to see it because of work schedule and my kid was in school at the time, the good old days when she actually went to school. But and I finally got tickets to an 8 a.m. showing. And I went and saw it. Kid was in school, wife was at work, and I got out of the theater. I think it started at like 8:30, so I got out roughly around noon, which is my wife's lunchtime at work. She called me. She's like, "So what'd you think of it?" I was like, I don't think I liked it." She was like, "Wait, what?" Because the guy that she worked with at the time was ranting and raving about how it's the best movie ever, yada yada. And I was like, I don't know yet. Like it literally took me like 2 hours to process like if I liked that movie or not. Like, and I came to the conclusion that there was a lot of it that I thought was cool, but like as a whole, like I didn't. I felt like a lot of the movie could have been chopped the fuck off.
Yeah, dude, visually, it was appealing. They
Oh,
always are. Because that's how I'm always going to judge movies, period. Do they
mhm.
enter, like, okay, if you go, I got to always go in there with an open mind. Like, I didn't, for example, for Joker, I didn't want a fucking Joker origin movie, but I put all that aside and I said, if I'm entertained by this and he does a good job, to me, in my opinion, I'm going to say it's a good movie, even though I was vehemently against a Joker origin story. Same thing with Ben Affleck's Batman. I was one of those people on that bandwagon, fuck Batfleck. No way. This is an abortion. This is going to suck. And I am here sitting with you today telling you that Ben Affleck nailed my favorite fucking Batman I've ever seen on screen.
Absolutely.
He did a
Well,
great fucking job.
for now.
I know. Fuck it. Angry boner again. Ooh.
No, I absolutely agree. Because like I didn't think that Affleck was like I wasn't one of those people that was angry about him being Batman because I was
I was
like,
so mad.
I was like, I get where he's going. Like I got where Snyder was going. I was like, okay, he's doing, Dark Knight Returns Batman, so he needs a little bit older Batman. But then as I'm watching the movie and they started roping in Death of Superman things, I was like, what? Wait, man, this is reversed as fuck, brother.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
because he, to me, he nailed, like, okay, so basically how I always looked at all the Batman films and those who have played Batman, it's either you do an okay job at playing Batman, but a shit job at being Bruce Wayne, or
correct.
you do an okay job at being Bruce Wayne and you do a shit job at being Batman.
Agreed.
But to me, Ben Affleck did the best at both of them combined because I finally got to see a fucking Batman that is a goddamn detective
Yes.
and he figured shit out.
I like those shoes. That was my when he was pretending to be drunk at the party.
Like that's what I want. He gave us the older Bruce Wayne that's like over the partying and the womanizing and all that shit and just like fucking bare knuckle Bruce Wayne, Batman, no nonsense. I'm a fucking the greatest detective the world has ever seen, and we're gonna start figuring shit out. And look, he figured out Aquaman, fucking Wonder Woman, The Flash, all that, and that's what I'm talking about. So to make this full circle for what I was saying with why I think, like, if you ask me what I think is the best Marvel movie of all time, I'm going to tell you Infinity War. The first, it was done so well. I know the whole like CGI issue that they had with how Thanos looked, but like that whole thing just meshed so well. It was not like the books, but see, surprisingly, I wasn't upset about it because I always said I want to see an Infinity War movie and Infinity Gauntlet movie, but it would be just so hard to not make it seem super cheesy. Because did you read it?
Come on, man. No.
All right. Well, I'm going to recommend you read it because it's actually a really good read.
Okay.
It really is. But see,
look
without spoiling it, essentially, because, dude, if you watch the movies, it's not going to spoil it for you because it's very, very different. So you have Thanos in the books that is trying to get the attention and the love and affection of somebody. I'm not going to spoil it for who it is. And it would just be very, very awkward on film if you just see Thanos like floating around on a throne in the cosmos. And I don't know, it would just be it's more brutal. Like how Wolverine goes, very, very brutal. What he does to Nebula, very, very beautiful. Yeah, I'm a psycho. Very, very brutal. Let out some secrets.
Whoops, get those back inside.
You want to see my pleasure room? No,
that's the lotion of the basket. She a real big fat person?
But in the books, it's way more. It's Starlin. It's just like, I don't know. It's got that fucking cosmic vibe, but also it was just impossible to make. It's impossible just because the sheer amount of people. Dude, you have the X-Men, you have Wolverine, you have Silver Surfer, you have Adam Warlock, you have the fucking Watchers. There's just so much. Spider-Man. You can't have all those people in the movie because tying it all in, because everybody bought up all these fucking characters, and Marvel at the time was like, here, I'll give you, I'll give me money, take them, and they had to do with what they had, and I thought they did it really, really well.
Yeah.
So, Infinity Wars to me was 2003 Peter North, who was blowing those beautiful waterfall loads. You know, Peter North is, okay?
I don't know Peter North.
Not safe for work, ladies and gentlemen. Look up like 2003 era adult film porn star, adult film actor Peter North, and that boy could put out fires with a certain element of okay. Now fast forward, so Infinity Wars to me was 2003 Peter North.
All right.
Endgame to me was I was watching porn in 2013 and my mom came in and kicked me in the balls.
So you really disliked that movie?
It is up there as one of my least favorite comic book adaptation movies of all time.
Wow. And you being such a Marvel guy, like, I'm actually kind of shocked with that.
Absolutely. Like, I'll shit on DC movies all day for certain things. Like beating a dead horse now. Aquaman. It's a fucking movie about Jason Momoa cosplaying as Aquaman. Entertaining? Yes. Was it awesome at some point in the last 5 years of my marriage to say that my wife was with me when she actually got wet? Yeah. Was it because of me? No, but because we saw Aquaman, but she was still with me. So
I win.
I win. No, but entertaining. Wonder Woman was amazing.
See, that's one movie that like nobody like. That's one movie that I friggin' enjoyed like through and through that nobody fucking talks about is Shazam. I thought Shazam was the best shit they put out because it was fun, it was serious, and it was badass. Like, it was so fun. Like, I thought Zachary Levi, or is that his name? Is it Levy? Levy, Zachary Levy. I thought he killed it. I thought he did such a great job in both roles. Like the adult kid, I thought was just really cool. And then when he kind of switched it and got, more fucking serious, like that was great too. But as for the future of Marvel, I think Marvel, now that they own most of the Fox properties and they have some type of deal worked out with Sony, I can't remember if they reached a deal or whatever happened. I think Marvel's going to explore a lot of different things, and I think inevitably all the people that we've watched over the last 8 years are going to fall by the wayside.
I agree.
I don't think people are gonna they're carrying on the Iron Man torch with Spider-Man, which irritates the fuck out of me. But then again, maybe there's some story that was written where, fucking Spider-Man is baby Iron Man and everybody loves it. I don't know. You don't fucking, Uncle Ben, fuck you. But I think Thor, unfortunately, I don't think a mass audience is going to jump on board with Jane Foster Thor. I really don't. And I don't think it's like a sexist thing. And I don't think it's anything like that. I just don't think it's going to catch. I think it's a little soon.
It also depends on what story they go with.
Who? What? Sorry.
It also depends, to me, because we all know how I feel about Jane Foster. It depends on what story they go with on how Thor becomes unworthy.
Okay. Well, no, I totally understand that.
That's going to be the big thing for me.
You are a big Thor fan, so that, speaks volumes to you. I also, me personally, I have this thing that I have dubbed the curse of Doctor Strange. And when I tell people that that movie is cursed to me.
Oh, that's right.
I have tried, and this is not a joke. This is 100% honesty. I have tried to watch that movie on six different occasions since it came on video and or streaming service. I cannot watch that movie without falling asleep. I've never seen it. I get halfway or a little before halfway. Next thing I know, it's 4 hours later. My TV's off, and I'm like, oh. So, I mean, granted, maybe that movie's real damn good, but I don't know how far they're going to be able to carry that character.
See, this is what I'm talking about, and it gets back to El Viejo's comment. What about the future? See, Marvel to me blew their load with the Avengers and Infinity Wars and Endgame, and now you're going to start seeing some more. Of course, they're going to beat Spider-Man into fucking submission.
Of course.
But then don't forget, now they had a few walk-offs. Captain America. Now I think it's not about making that $1 billion. Now they're going to just make a bunch of movies that's going to cost, I don't know, $70 million to make, and then they're going to make $200 million in the profits. Like Ant-Man, you're going to see, what is it? The one coming out. God damn it. Black Widow. Things like that. Those aren't going to be $1 billion movies.
No.
But people are still going to see them.
I think they have an ace up their sleeve with things like the X-Men and the Fantastic Four.
That's a gamble.
Well, I mean, it's a gamble.
Fantastic Four is a big gamble.
It is, but it isn't. Because if they put out a Fantastic Four movie, they get to write it. They get to do everything they want with it this time. It's not somebody else's vision. It's not somebody else's anything. It's them. So if that thing flops on its ass, you will never, ever, ever see another Fantastic Four.
Oh, absolutely not. It's a very big gamble.
I'm talking film, TV, comic. You won't ever see it again if they put out a Fantastic Four movie and it fucking flops. But I think they'll have a very high running level of X-Men because that spans so far and wide. But as for DC's future, I think actors falling apart is going to save that universe, because I was never personally a fan of Ezra Miller as the Flash. I thought he did a good job in Justice League, but I also thought he was a little too goofy and not really smart enough. Gotcha.
Oh, sorry, that word triggers me.
But and I think Pattinson coming in as Batman will be very well. Like, I think it's going to be hated on at first, but if as long as he knocks it out of the park, him and Reeves, I think that'll be cool. And I actually just read an article the other day that said Warner Brothers put the Supergirl movie they were talking about doing on hold and started resuming talks with Henry Cavill. So apparently they're wanting to go back into having him as Superman, which is good. Obviously, Wonder Woman 2 is coming out whenever,
Whenever this all 1984, right?
Yeah, not Wonder Woman 84. Yeah, but whenever this shit figures itself out, that'll drop, and I think that'll probably be hugely successful. But like, as for like team up movies, I don't think you'll see a DC team up movie for a little while. But
No.
I mean, I think you'll see TV show, because apparently Abrams pitched Justice League Dark to
that'd be interesting.
that HBO Max. So I
Ooh,
know
maybe. Do you think we'll get a Dead Man finally?
we might. I'm hoping for Etrigan.
Etrigan and Dead Man, that'd be sweet. Oh, Shane would be so happy for a Dead Man.
He would. He absolutely would.
I want to see that just to make that guy's day.
No doubt. Well, I mean, like, you can't really have a Justice League Dark without Dead Man.
Oh, of course not.
In every incarnation, basically, Dead Man.
Well, I mean, you never know. They could take a page from Marvel's book, because I was like, oh, you can't have an Infinity Gauntlet or an Infinity Wars without Adam Warlock. And they were like, hold my beer.
Hold my beer, bitch.
But yeah, no, DC, though, has something that Marvel does not, though. DC fucking completely dominates the animated world.
Mm-hmm.
Dominates.
Okay.
Dude, I'm talking about like forever and always. Yeah, okay, the X-Men's cartoon was fucking cool. All these cartoons were cool. Dude, if you like, ask me what I think one of the best Batman movies ever made was Mask of the Phantasm.
Phantasm. Absolutely, dude.
Dude, from all the way back then, Mask of the Phantasm. What did they just come out with? Apocalypse.
Justice League Dark.
Justice League Dark.
War.
Yeah.
Is the newest one. It's coming out on DVD and Blu-ray, I think, the 19th.
Red Dawn. All-Star Superman. Those are all fucking great animated movies that you're not going to... No. Sorry, Marvel. Take a seat.
When it comes to animated shit, yeah.
Yeah, but Marvel's going to do what Marvel does. They're going to keep beating a dead horse. You're going to see constantly Spider-Man. That's definitely going to come out. You're going to see at minimum six total movies Black Panther. Easy. I can see that.
When's Squirrel Girl coming out?
Man,
you know it's coming. Don't pretend like it's not, because it's fucking happening.
If you make a fucking Squirrel Girl movie, I'm going to officially 1,000%, because I'm mixed now, leaning more towards Marvel. I'm going to be a DC fan only. Eat my dick. No, not even. Skip my dick, eat my ass. I don't want to see Squirrel Girl.
There's a lot of people in the world that would disagree with you.
Well, fuck everybody else then. I don't give a shit. Check it.
Check it.
Oh God, oh shit! Real quick, because what ifs? What ifs would you like to see?
The what ifs I would like to see. I would like to see a BPRD Netflix show or Hulu show or even HBO Max show that focuses on the BPRD as a whole rather than just Hellboy. Because there's so many really cool characters involved with the BPRD, like Kate Corrigan and Liz and Abe and Johan and Roger. Like, it would just be super cool to see all of them. That would be a definite what if for me. And as for Marvel, I would really like to see him do another shot at Blade. Since Morbius, I almost said Morpheus. I was thinking about taking the red pill. But I would love to see a Blade Morbius movie. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then have Ghost Rider show up. You could do a whole Midnight Sun thing. That'd be fucking cool, man. That would be my what if for them. And my what if for DC would be I mean, this is a long shot, dude, but it would make for such a great horror comic movie, and that's The Spectre. It would be so awesome if we could get Jim Corrigan Spectre fucking on film. TV show, give it to me. I don't give a shit because he showed up on the Constantine show in like one episode, and that's my favorite episode of the whole season. I was just like, oh my god.
Two things.
Yes.
First and foremost, I'm going to say that Blade had one of my favorite quotes of all time of any comic book movie. When they go, "Is Blade ready to die? I was born ready, motherfucker." I love that. When you just look, "I was born ready, motherfucker." Love it. Best line. Number two, I just want to say how incredibly adorable you are. And if ever it was proof that you are definitely more of a DC guy, now is it. Because if I'm not mistaken, El Viejo Pinga was talking about the what ifs, like what if Spider-Man killed Uncle Ben?
Oh.
The Marvel what ifs.
My bad.
You're so fucking cute.
I'm not really a Marvel guy.
I know. I'm assuming because I ventured a little in. Yeah, he's more of a Marvel guy, but yeah, what if? So that's cool. You brought up some good points, and we're gonna keep it at that. And Viejo, I'm sorry, that's actually accurate what he said, so we're sticking to that. But to actually answer the fucking question you posed, unlike my partner here, no, I'm just kidding. But what ifs? I don't know. What if I want to see the what if? Like, what if Daredevil actually fucking killed people? That'd be cool. Never gonna happen though. What if? What if El Fuzzo actually liked Gwen Stacy? That's what I want to see.
Ooh, that would be a fucking super hard what if, right?
No. I'm telling you now, if I ever hit the lottery, I'm talking about those big fucking full bore lotteries where it's like hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm going to invest it to turn those hundreds of millions of dollars into billions of dollars. And then I'm going to 100% fund a movie just about Gwen Stacy, fucking Spider-Gwen, coming down and swooping into you and changing your life, and then somehow magically you're going to find out that Spider-Gwen is actually your wife, so then it turns into a love story because I know you love those.
Man,
I would spend $1 billion to make that
movie. I got nothing, man. I got nothing on that.
As far as though, thank you for the question. No, you did it. You did well. I'm just breaking balls. No, but because I'm the fucking idiot Marvel guy, so I was like, oh, what ifs? That's what he's talking about. But no, there's just so many what ifs out there, man. I think there was even a what if about like what if the Punisher like didn't lose his family. It's like how fucking boring is that? Like, oh, he turns into fucking Frank Castle, the fucking paper boy. Like, oh wow, that's gonna make great TV. I don't know.
He's just a normal guy.
Holy shit, we went way over.
Are we way over?
We still have our fucking Moop. We still have a shout out. Whatever, fuck it. Everyone, this is gonna be over an hour long episode, so you're not gonna see it on IGTV.
Hey, all right. Well, let's get with our shout out then.
Okay, so our shout out, Fuzz and I agreed. This is Dude on Instagram. And I know his handle. I just am very, very OCD, and I want to make sure I say it the right way. It's at Super Russ _9000. And then he has a YouTube channel, which is Super Russ, one word, SUPERRUS. Well, Fuzz knows how to put the shit. 9000. Anyway, that's his YouTube channel. I forgot you could edit this shit in. Anyway, Russ is a great dude. He's been around since the beginning for me. From when I made an Instagram. This dude is just so fucking funny. He does these like TikToks, but he does them like very in a way of like making fun of TikTok. And he has his YouTube channel when he like he undoes his tie and then opens it up, and this is fucking Superman. He just does some funny shit, and he did this one video. It tickled me for like a week, where I tagged him in, that tag. Have I ever tagged the coffee in a random poll?
Yes. Yeah.
So he's just like filming him. He's like, "Well, I don't drink coffee, so here you go," and then he just drops like an entire can of coffee grounds, and I don't know why. That's like, not only was that funny, but that was definite touch of cock. He hit me with touch of cock with that. It was just so unexpected.
All right.
Super Russ.
Super Russ 9000. Thank you. Go check them out. Absolutely. But now on to the opposite spectrum of the shout outs. It's the negative shout outs. It is time for the Moop of the Week. Yeah, I'm going to make it all dramatic and shit. But, and this week's Moop are fucking speculators. People that drive up the prices of fucking books with their nonsensical bullshit information, inside information.
Yeah,
just to
insider.
make you fucking have to pay fucking $50 for a Batman 89 or 900 or whatever the fuck the book was with Punchline in it. And then they tried to pass it off as like, oh, you better make sure you pick up the first appearance of Mime because that's like her mom. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus.
The geriatric Joker.
Yes, there you go.
Harleen, all these fucking things. Yeah, well, this is the caveat to that. And yes, I know I pronounced that word weird. Fuck off. Wicked weird. All right, I'm from Massachusetts. Eat dicks. But if you're going to do it, at least do it the right way. Don't intentionally drive shit up for absolutely no reason. And me and Fuzz talked about this, and we're not going to say who it is. Say a very prominent figure
Yes.
in the Instagram / comic book world that had, for some odd, strange reason, completely whipped out this crazy fucking philosophy, this theory that there's on the cover of Venom 1 that Venom is standing on top of Null or Null, whatever you want to say. And that drove up the price of Venom number 3, which is...
Because that's the first appearance of Null, right?
Yes. So, well, unless you want to go all the way back to God of Thunder. But
don't do that.
see, but this is all the fucking 180 Hulk 180 versus 181 shit. But either way,
right.
So this person who shall be nameless. Hold on. Okay. Got my glasses.
Got them.
Managed to tweet at Donnie Cates and Stegman and was like, yo, is this Venom standing on top of Null? To which Donnie Cates, in the most hilarious fashion, actually responded back with just, no.
Nope.
No.
Not. So,
just, no.
So my question is, okay, so months ago you start saying this bullshit. So you drive up the prices of Venom 3, and then you put yourself out there on the fucking interwebs, ask the author and the artist, a question about said speculation that you just fucking drove up over the past however months, and he flat out says, nah, you're full of shit.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with...
Does that drop the price of 3?
Well, this is the thing. 3 first started out, everyone knew when you read the series, oh, this is a new character. So, of course, you're always going to have that fucking initial bam of, like, it now turns into a $25 book. Okay. And then that $25 book somehow managed to find its way to a fucking $40 book. And then it, like, spiked at, like, $60, $65. Okay. And then... out of nowhere, and this is where I'm looking, and because I did a giveaway, and one of my fucking items that I'm giving away, that I gave away, that I mailed today actually, is Venom number 3, because I had an extra copy. And why the fuck not give somebody a cool modern first appearance, like I promised? I went on eBay just for shits and giggles after I mailed it already. Not that, dude, that book could have been $300. I still would have mailed it because I keep my word.
Exactly.
And I saw that some of these people, man, I feel bad for these people. They spent fucking $90, one like $100. I'm like, what? Over this? So like, dude, you gotta fucking think, man. There's people out there that are they're gonna take this guy's word as bond, like it's the
It's
fucking
not.
Ten
It's
Commandments.
it's all of their words because there's a lot of motherfuckers that are doing this shit.
Yes, and like I get it. It's first appearances, but like let's be realistic. And this isn't new. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. My favorite character of all time is Venom. Dude, there
Right.
is no fucking reason with the print run why Spider-Man 300
Is
should
going.
be as much money as it is.
Yeah.
And same fucking thing for New Mutants 98. The
Yeah.
first appearance of Deadpool, I'll give you at max $80 book. $80 book. First appearance of Venom, at best, $100 book. But come on, man. But that's the way it is, man.
That's the way the world works. But we're gonna drop the hammer on your ass real quick, and we're gonna say, speculators of all kinds, you are the Moop of the week.
Yeah.
You have been judged.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for also fucking people that actually read the goddamn run and then now have to, like, okay, I like First Prince, so sue me. I also fucking been reading some of these things since the beginning, so I should get a fucking first print, as well as Fuzz here with his, what was it, Batman 89? Like, was it 89?
I can't remember, dude. I think it was 89.
Like, it's unfortunate and it sucks. So don't do that. If you're gonna fucking do that, then do it the right way. Don't try to fuck everybody while you're doing it. And also, last and most importantly, don't throw out a tweet with the big dick intentions of not having the person respond back to you, because here, lesson learned, Donnie Cates responds to tweets, almost all of them, and he just said, my dick's bigger than your dick. Oh, all right.
Nice.
That's it. Hour and 6 minutes. It's gonna be 7.
All right.
I'm proud of this one.
Well, yeah, this was good, man. Well, all you guys out there, stay safe, do the good things, and we will see you next week. And if you got a topic like Lil Viejo, let us know, man.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.